Well, good afternoon, YouTube. This is Chuck. It's still Sunday, March 12th. Beautiful day. You can see white puffy clouds, around 60 degrees. Uh, I'm on a little back road out west of town a little ways. I just shot a different video from the same spot here. But I'm going to spin you around where I can talk to you. A while back I did part number 6 of my Bigfoot stuff series that I talked about zapping, and it's been received pretty well. I've had almost 1,000 views on it, and had some people contact me with some pretty interesting stories, which is one of the reasons why I like to do this. But so today, this is going to be part number 7, and I'm going to talk a little bit about healing. So the question comes up is, can the Sasquatch people heal? And by heal, I mean take care of medical issues and problems. And the short answer to that is absolutely, yes, they can. Do we know how it works? No, we don't. We have the members of our group, and as I've mentioned before, if you add everybody's family and everything, there's probably 20 or so of us. And we've all, not all of us, but quite a number of us have experienced some pretty dramatic healing. If I try to tell you about it, this video will be 3 hours long, so I'm not going to get really involved in it, but I can tell you for myself, I have lung issues. I was born with a blood clotting abnormality that I didn't know about for many, many years, and what it meant is that my blood's very thick and it clots very easy, and so I was building up blood clots in my lungs, and that's called pulmonary emboli. And pulmonary emboli can, in many cases, actually be deadly. And I actually ended up with a situation where I was hospitalized for a while before they realized what was going on, and did an extensive bunch of blood tests. And a hematologist finally diagnosed what the situation was and put me on blood thinners. So I'm on blood thinners now. It's the only medication I'm still on, and I'll be on those for the rest of my life. But what happened is I had a certain amount of lung damage. It was diagnosed as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, which, once again, I'm a retired firefighter, and that's lung damage is pretty common among, especially us older guys that fought a lot of fires before we used breathing apparatus, so we breathed a lot of garbage and a lot of chemicals. And 2 years ago, actually we had 3 summers ago, this coming summer, I was treated by a senior elder named Aiden, and she actually went into my lungs, and I believe what she did is somehow, and I don't know how it works, but she somehow removed some of the blood clots and enabled me to breathe better. And I asked her what she was doing, and the only word she gave me was cleaning. And I did a video about that on my partner Kevin's YouTube channel a couple of years ago. And I'll put a link to that at the bottom of this video. So if you want to go take a look at that, it was pretty dramatic. And like many of the things that we deal with the Sasquatch people, we've been raised our whole life to believe that it's impossible. So, take it for what you will. If you want to believe it, fine. If you don't want to believe it, that's fine too. But I had a measurable result. My O2 saturation, which is the little thing that they put on your finger when you go to the doctor's office, that went from 92 to 93% routinely up to 97 to 98%, which is considered normal. And where I noticed it is at elevation. Up at Hilltop, it's about 7,700 feet elevation, and I could noticeably breathe better up there. I could tell. I mean, it was instantly, right after the next morning after she worked on me, I could tell the difference. And here where I live now is about 5,000 foot elevation, so I'm kind of used to the higher elevation. But that's just my story. My partner Kevin, he's a 100% disabled Iraqi war vet, and he was severely injured in the war in Iraq, got shot by a tank. And so he's held together with plates and screws, and they've dealt quite a bit helping him. Not only with his physical issues, his pain and so forth, but also, he had PTSD, and they've helped him deal with that, and they've helped him be much calmer, and that's what took him out to the woods to start with. And so Anyway, I'm also aware of another gentleman that we know, whose wife was cured quite dramatically of cancer, and to the point where one day she was in a wheelchair, and then they worked on her, and the next day she was walking, and she's walking now. Quite a dramatic thing. There's no medical explanation for it, but once again, take from it what you will. But one of the most dramatic ones is one of our people, and his name is Chris, and he had his right arm severely damaged in an industrial accident, almost to the point where it was severed. And he had relatively little use of it. And we were over at Crazy Town, and they came in and worked on him one night. And the difference in the night before and the next morning was absolutely miraculous. We'll get him to do a video on that one of these days, but he's gained partial use of his right hand again, and the mobility in his arm is just dramatically different than what it was. When he realized what had happened the next morning, he literally broke into tears. It was just so amazing and overwhelming. So, can they heal? Yes. Do we know what extent they can heal? No, we don't really know. We did ask them one night when they were answering questions. We asked them about healing, and we asked them if there were certain ones of them that could heal, and we were told very clearly that all of them had that ability. There are some things maybe that they can't do. I've got tinnitus real bad, which is the ringing in the ears, and once again, that's probably job related from sirens and stuff over the years. But they worked on me several times for that, and that was a weird experience. It felt like I had a little worm crawling around inside my head. And I had one named Malarica that worked on me. I had another one named Deming that worked on me. They've actually, for a little while, they actually solved it. It actually went away, but it only for about 12 hours or so, then it came back. So I'm not sure what the deal was there, whether it was beyond their capability or whether it's something they got to continue working on, or what the deal is. But I still have my tinnitus. To explain what it is, I feel like there's about 10 guys standing off to my left and 10 guys standing off to my right, and they're all blowing referees' whistles 24/7. So it is something you get used to, but it is something that's not real pleasant, and it means I can't hear certain things, and especially certain pitches, higher pitches, I don't hear very well. So I don't want this one to go too long. I'm going to go ahead and shut her down now. So as I always tell you, have a good day, love each other, be kind to each other. It's a beautiful day today, and we'll talk to you again on the next one. Let me turn this around where I can find a button, and I'll just say peace out for now. There, you like my classy rearview mirror? Talk to you later.